I tell you something I have been looking at today. It's been absolutely fascinating. There's this dried up, old, withered former journalist who now looks like a pile of melting pancake batter, who had Candace Owens on their show like a week and a half ago. And
Oh, of course he did.
since then, he's starting to learn that she had said some anti-Semitic things in the past, like talking about how if Hitler had just stayed in Germany, things would have been okay. It was only because Hitler wanted world domination that was actually a problem.
I don't know Miss Owens. I'm not going to characterize her. I'm going to let her own words do the talking. So I'm going to play for you the first 30 seconds of a statement she made about Adolf Hitler.
I agree. I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. You know, he was a National Socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German.
All right, so my first question is to Ms. Hirschenoff. Ms. Owens said, quote, if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. So when people try to legitimize Adolf Hitler, does that feed into white nationalist ideology?
It does, Mr. Liu. I know that Ms. Owens distanced herself from those comments later, but we expressed great concern over the original comments.
And you've had in the last couple of days both the would we have a Holocaust museum in New Zealand? It's a Holocaust memorial group, whatever that is, and also that other group with Juliet What's-Her-Face in there, on there. Both kind of go, yeah, she said some pretty horrible things. And the old pile of pancake batter going, can you show me where, what exactly, when, what was said when? And I saw a tweet today because it comes off my algorithms. I've done some searching. I can't find anything. One Google search. There was an article a month ago written about all the anti-Semitic things that she said. And it's just really interesting to watch what's happening because you see these horrific people on that side are they're on the same side, but all of a sudden this withered up old former journalist has annoyed some people on their side. And it's interesting watching the dance where withered old journalist has to be kind of going like, well, no, it's free speech. But, you know, I understand. He actually said today, I think, I'm not the person to talk to this. I'm like, what? Hello, welcome to Wokesville. You're not the correct representation to talk about this. Is that what you actually said? Really, really interesting to watch it. And the potential. Well, there's not going to be any fallout because also Juliet, what's her name? Surname? Is it Moses?
Juliet Moses. Yeah.
Moses. Actually also kind of being gentle around the thing going, well, you know, we have to choose what we really just turn our backs on and ignore and what we bring attention to and, you know, the Streisand effect. And it's really interesting because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And even if Candace Owens is or isn't an anti-Semitic piece of shit, she serves a purpose in this part of the political world. And they can't be seen to be completely shunning her because Candace's audience in New Zealand is their audience in New Zealand. And it's uncomfortable when you start to delve into who Candace's audience would be and then have to start to go, oh, they're my audience too. They never go to the next step, which is what does that mean about my message? But it's been fascinating to see, man. Absolutely fascinating.
I mean, I've got a whole bunch of thoughts to do with that. I mean, the fact that this is again that shrink wrap pile of ham offcuts once again failing in the most basic of journalistic endeavors of just maybe looking into your guests. Even a cursory 15-minute Google search while you're sitting on the shitter probably would have done that. Just the barest of minimums. And then trying to walk that back. I also love that it's the Jewish Council really having to bend over backwards now because they've aligned with the Free Speech Union. And of course, Free Speech Union want Candace Owens to come here.
Yep.
And New Zealand Jewish Council is up to their eyeballs in the Free Speech Union. So where are they going to go? Are they going to turn their back on this group that they've partnered with, or are they going to enable a Holocaust denier to come to New Zealand? This whole thing of Candace Owens coming here is mental.
Yeah.
Why? Who wants
Well,
this?
I can tell you why, and it's probably part of the reason that she even agreed to be on something like that other platform, is because she had a falling out with Ben Shapiro over anti-Semitic and non-support thing that Ben Shapiro, and so she got booted off the Daily Wire. So guess what? She doesn't have that audience anymore. So guess what? She's available for a new grift, and so she's probably doing it because she can. That's why. Do you think if she was still sitting in the Daily Wire doing her daily whatever it is show, she'd be fucking on Plunket's show? Of course not. Yeah, I'm sorry I said his name. I know. Turn up in the mirror behind you. I won't say it again.
So here's the opportunity the government can, because we can't come up with an original thought. Obviously, we've got to follow bigger countries. Maybe we should follow Australia's example here with Candace. I did see a statement from Australia's Home Affairs Minister, Tony Burke. My opposition to anti-Semitism and Islamophobia has always been on the record. I have a clear legal power to knock back a visa for anyone who I decide would incite discord.
Yep.
Very much aimed at Candace Owens' tour. So if she can't get into Australia, she's not coming here.
Yeah. The other thing that was really interesting to watch is this withered old, dried up old ex-journalist. The reason he was talking about this was because one of the journalists from Newsroom wrote a piece about it, and you'd hear very, very clearly he didn't actually care about the issue per se. He wanted to make sure that the journalist from the Newsroom was painted as a woke liar. That was the genesis of his conversation with the Holocaust memorial people as well. And look, I've just done it again. I've just written Candace Owens anti-Semitic statements into Google, and like that's what I'm saying. It's one Google search. You absolute fucktard. The very first one was 15 hours ago. The Anti-Defamation League from 15 hours ago. It's not hard to find about anti-Semitic outbursts and things that she said. So I can't remember who it was, but we remember there was someone who was talking to, and we realized in the middle of listening to a clip, he didn't know who she was or why she was on, because he was asking questions about her. Do you remember that? So
yeah, so that's his little producer. What's his name? I always forget his name.
Don't know.
But like that's the job of a producer, right? Hey, Sean, you awake, buddy? Poke, poke, poke. On the show today, we've got this person. This is what she's done. You could Google her if you wanted, or you can just go into this fucking blind and look like an idiot. Oh, yeah. Okay. You want me to leave you alone? All right, buddy.